remember Dad got us to, whoever had a bum, he said just pass the papers to me. So we passed the papers to him under the table and he put them on Ashley's plate. And
empty papers, cupcake papers,
yes.
Yeah.
And she was so no, I didn't have all of those, no. And she said, I wouldn't want to be feeding you too much, would I?
But she sat up the top of the table beside me in Mum's, where Mum used to sit.
Yes.
And we're all sitting around the table and there was no chair there. We said, oh, didn't John tell you to bring a chair? so we put an orange box there and we had an old toilet seat.
Yeah.
Put the toilet seat on top and said, there you are. That's
How
the
did
best
you
bit.
let them do that to Mum?
Huh? That's the first
She
time
was
she
the
appeared.
first one. We had another 10 to go through.
Yeah, and after that, I mean before that, when she arrived, they put all bloody wheat bags down the driveway as the red carpet to come in the front door. And she handled it pretty well. And then I told her, I'm never going back to that.
I can remember when she came home out of hospital with Colleen, and Mum said, "Oh, come and stay with me, with us." Mum had nothing better to do, so. But the trouble was, after 2 weeks, Mum said, "I think you better go." I like being here.
Oh, because Nan would have breakfast in bed.
Yeah, but she vowed and declared she'd never come in again to our place after that fiasco.
What about the night you met her, Dad? How'd you meet Mum?
I think.
How'd you meet Mum?
Oh, well, that was easy.
I'll ring you back.
What do you mean that was easy?
Yeah, well, tell us how you met her. Where'd you meet her and what happened?
Oh, we used to, because we were educated people and all that, and in those days no one drank at the pub, that was all. And we used to go to Sunday night dances. And
is that what you
and anyhow, and the St Brendan's was the top Sunday night dance.
The barn.
In the barn. It was top Sunday night dance over this side of Melbourne. Everyone went there. And went anyhow. So, and that was a barn. And all over one side was all the Sheilas on their own, because you never took a Sheila with you. And all the blokes were on this side, and then you say, I'll go and try and get a dance for that Sheila over there. And Mary was in a group of people which they all went to St Columban's, and most of them were nurses at the Sacred Heart Hospital. Yeah. So anyhow, all being smart asses. So I put that on your both thing. And Mary was there, and she had this magnificent green frock on. And John Evans, I said, I'm going to get a dance with that Sheila and take her home. And he said, you're kidding yourself. I said, and I was a great bullshit artist. Anyhow, so I said, I'll tell you what, I'll bet you a pot.
A pot?
A pot of beer.
Oh my goodness.
He said, yeah, you're on. You're on. So needless to say, after a lot of hard work, and one I had about 3 dances with her, and I took her home, and then I had to walk all the way home, which is about 3 miles.
From
Hilda Street.
Hilda Street to Mooney Street.
Yeah.
You were desperate, weren't you?
Yeah, you're right.
Or in love.
Yeah. And then, needless to say, John Eddie, who was a wonderful, wonderful fella, Well, on his bet the next day, he said, come on, we're going to the pub, I owe you a pot.
So,
Yeah.
what did you, after you know got married and all that? What is your favourite memory of Mum? I know it's going to be hard, but one of your favourite memories of
You
your
might have a
married
couple.
life. Yeah, or a couple. Give us a couple.
Oh, I don't know.
What sticks
What do you
out in your
recollect?
mind, Poppy?
Oh, well, after she lost, firstly, we lived on the flat behind the billiard hall and all that, which Dad owned. And then after we lost the first baby, then we had you two. And of course, that was a reasonably good shopping centre in those days. But it was very old, and you were the only two kids or babies or anything, that were in the area. So Mary was walking down the street, and one in the pram, one walking beside her. I said, we get stopped everywhere, you know. Everyone knew you kids. It's unbelievable, you know. She could have walked, they could have walked down the street and no worries in those days, and you know.
So what's one of your standout memories of something you did with Mum? Something you and Mum did on your own?
Well, you want to know what we did in bed?
No! Is that a standout memory?
Obviously.
Gee, that must have been pretty good. I wouldn't call one of those things one of my standout memories, but other than that, what's one of your, and I do know a story about you and Mum and a broken table when we're talking about bed, but that's another story.
I won't tell that story.
Remember
But
that story?
yeah, what's other than that, what's one of your favourite memories of something you and Mum did together?
Oh, well, no, I suppose that we're going back a bit, but
We'll go back a bit.
you know, when we got in, when we got engaged, that was ridiculous. So we had an engagement ring because she kept throwing it away.
Excuse me, because I wasn't going to mention that. That was either the night before the wedding, she threw it down the street.
Yeah, I know, we were all walking down the street. Trying to
poor
find it.
mother thought she was never going to get rid of you because we thought, now we've lost this ring
Yeah,
again, but we found it again.
that's right,
Yes,
yeah.
it was the night before.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Dad, what did you love most about, some of the things you loved most about Mum?
Oh. No, we had, well, not just, you know, let me go back on things, but when we were engaged, then, holidays or something, said, oh, we'll go up the farm at Elmore. So I had to get her father and Auntie Rose, who was really a de facto mother because the mother died when she was 3. They came down and checked out with Mum and Dad, you know. I said, all right, to go up the farm, yeah. So then Mum and Dad drove us up the farm. We stayed up the farm for 2 weeks and more. And every holiday, all Mary wanted to do was go to the farm.
Yes.
Up to
Uncle Dan's.
Uncle
And
Dan's,
Doris.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a ball there.
So what about a recent great memory you've got of Mum? This sounds
The
like a
funniest memory, well, when we done that, well, let's go back to there, but when we went overseas and met up with Father Sean, and then we went through Europe, and so anyhow, we were driving from Rome to Paris, via Spain and all that. And anyhow, so we were driving, we got on the map, and there's a road when we leave in Spain. The quickest way to get to Lourdes is up this way. So, and then there was another road that went down that way. So we said, oh, now we'll go the quick way. So, and that was in, oh, I can't remember what month it was, must have been October, November, October, I think. Anyhow, so I said, we'll go that way. So off we get on this road in the Pyrenees, and one side's 1,000-foot drop, and the road's no, but it's bloody narrow. I don't know how they work it even in summer. And yeah, we're driving along, and there's no cars anywhere, and all this, and yeah, we go up, we climb up, we get up through the clouds, and here we are up in nice bright sunshine, and then we drive along further, when I say further, it was a fair way, of course, going through Paris, and we're into the snow.
Oh my
And
goodness.
we get to the end of the road, and here's the thing, a barrier across the road. So we drive around the barrier, and that's all right, we stop looking at the barrier, closed for winter.
Oh, so what did
Anyhow,
Mum do?
in the meantime, because she was looking down there, then she lay down in the back seat of the car and wouldn't look outside the bloody thing at all. Well, she didn't talk to me or Sean for 2 weeks. Oh yeah.
Oh.
And we got down to Lourdes and all that there, but that was a, well, I suppose also it's a funny thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
how's she coming back down again?
Eh?
How's she coming back down again?
So, what, if you had to give me three words to describe Mum, what would you say?
Oh, well, I just, I don't know.
If it's too hard, you don't have to do it.
Oh, well, she's just a terrific woman. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's great. That's 3 words. A terrific woman.
Hey, Poppy,
Yeah.
one more question.
Yeah.
What do you think Nanny's doing in heaven now?
Well, she's probably firstly meeting the 2 babies she's never seen. That wouldn't be a bad start. And she's probably, well, I'm sure she would have run into John Eddie and say, well, look, it wasn't a bad bet you done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon she's seen Katie and Jock and Maxie?
Oh, yes, I think she will. Yeah, yeah. But don't know if you can have a punt up there, so Jock and her will be out of business. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, thanks, Dad. I know you're going to miss her. And I know she was the love of your life, but you were the love of her life too.
That's for sure.
Well,
And you've
she's,
both been a shining example to us, so thank you very much.
thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blow a kiss.